welcome to another episode of Spilling the Veal. We got your host, Terrence Jennings, and our co-host slash producer, Blake McCauley. What's going on, Blake?
Nothing much here after this big Indiana win. But before we get into this episode, I got to go back on last episode, all right? Because those that thought I was being serious about Kyle Couric's dunk
I know.
being better than Michael, I'm just saying, all right? As a white
Man.
myself, as a white, I'm saying, way to represent, Kyle. Way to represent.
Man, hey man, we got a lot of a lot of comments about that, man. Everybody was like, "What about the Russ dunk? What about Alvin Sims, man?" So listen, we're prisoners of the moment. We understand. We're talking about this year, but Kyle, my teammate, so he always gonna have the number one to me. But of course, there's so many legendary dunks that happen, of course, of Louisville history. We're just, hey, that was the most recent. He did it off with the left hand
Oh
through a
yeah,
people. Come on, that was crazy. Show him some love, man.
definitely
But hey,
better, definitely better than Kyle's. Okay, I'll admit it.
man, hey man, but hey, shout out Michael, shout out Kyle, shout out all the Louisville legends that hey put it on somebody's neck and showed up and got the crowd going crazy, man. That's what we like to see. That's what we love to see from Louisville basketball. So every moment is special and it has its own place in Louisville Cardinal history, man, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, that's going to be replayed for years and years on end. Anytime Michael comes back to Louisville, that's going to
Right,
be one of the
right.
first highlights ever shown. So he put his name in the history book more than he already is, for sure.
Man, for sure, for sure. Good. Yeah, shout out Michael, man. Wonderful duck. Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, we're here after that 87-78 win against number 22 Indiana. After a little bit of a down showing against Arkansas, we came in with a lot of energy. Started the game 16-0. Terrence, who's your MVP for this game, and what are your thoughts?
My MVP. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Kobe. Kobe Rogers, man. He's my even though Ryan Caldwell is basically was a home game for him. Definitely had his family in the building. He had a great game, but I'm gonna go Kobe just because of his sure just heart and will and his energy that he came out there. He didn't miss a shot. You know, off the bench, he had 2 rebounds, 12 points, 2 rebounds, one steal. He was active. He's been active the past few games, and I feel like he's a what we call just a glue guy, energy guy, somebody that I see him talking to the players. I see him. He's just being a leader out there to me. He's just leading by example. He's not talking too much. He's just going out there and playing hard. And we always got this saying that you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy that's just slacking and when everybody else is working hard. So he's leading by example, and he's showing them like, look, if y'all not gonna come along, I'm gonna get it done. So shout out to Kobe. Shout out to all of our role players. Basically, this was a role player game. All of our guys that usually don't what you call give what you say high production. They came out. We had Javon out there, 15.6 rebound. He was really active, especially early on. Then Isaac came out. He does what Isaac does. He not.
We talked. You mentioned one of our first episodes. Isaac's probably never had this many open shots, and then a couple weeks ago, he said in a press conference, "Like, man, I've never had this many open shots." And last night, yesterday, he was taking every shot besides like two. He was just wide open, and he's gonna make you pay every time.
For sure, for sure. He has a really quick trigger. He really doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off. As soon as he catches it, he positions himself so well. He sets his feet so well, where it's just going up before you know it. So, he really came out, had a really strong game. Who else out there? Sanada, Sanada, of course, had a great Sonny. Ali, he came out there, hit a big three early on too. So we got a lot of production out of all of our players. Michael, he had to me, he really controlled the pace of the game. I always say he's really great when he's attacking the basket, distributing the ball, getting to those shooters because everybody's so locked in on what he's gonna do. He's all he has to do is just pitch the ball out, make the right play, and he's golden every time. So shout out everybody across the board for coming out playing hard with a lot of energy.
It looked like a complete different, not like obviously his shooting numbers weren't there for Michael,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
controlling the game wise, he seemed like he was always under control. And any time that he was driving to the basket, all the guys would collapse on him, and he had the open shooters there. So even though his shooting numbers weren't there, everybody around him was benefiting from that.
Right, right. Yeah, that's what he has to do. When he's being aggressive, he's using those ball screens. He's coming off hard. He's not settling for 3-point step back jump shots challenge, and he's just doing what he does. He's an exceptional player, and he's definitely going to be a great player in the league. But definitely distributing that ball and finding those open guys is his specialty, and attacking. So, it shows just what the outcome of the game, what that does.
What were the biggest differences you saw between that Arkansas and Indiana game that really gave us that edge?
I could tell they went back and watched the film. First off, I could tell that they made a lot of adjustments. Like I said, the film doesn't lie. You could tell when you're slacking. You think you're not slacking, but there were a lot more. They were not leaving any room for error. Uh, much more pressure on the ball. A lot more quicker feet. We're moving a lot quicker with our feet, getting back. Just so many things. A lot more production, like I said, from those other guys that don't get highlighted as much. Everybody is being aggressive, taking their shots. It was just a complete different. The rebounds, getting the offensive rebounds, making sure we secure the ball, running up and down the floor. We a fast break, running our fast breaks. Just yeah, so many. And you can tell PK made some adjustments as far as with strategy and how they were going to attack and open up the floor better. So it was just a great game all around, and that's what you want to do. You want to learn from those games and understand, like, okay, I could have picked it up here. I could have did this better. So they definitely made those adjustments, and it showed in the results. So yeah, for sure.
We'll get into this week's good, bad, and ugly. This game, we've got 3 good, we've got 2 bad, and 2 ugly. So we'll go ahead and get
Oh,
into the 3 good.
okay. Let's get to it. Okay. We're coming off of this is a handoff. This kind of like a ghost screen by Javon. He doesn't really set it, but he just hands it off and rolls hard. Bam, rolls hard. Michael has who's that guy number 5? What's his name?
Ingright,
Yeah,
Connor
Ingram.
Ingright, I believe is his name.
Connor Ingram has him on his hip already, so he's dead. He's already dead. So this guy, the guy on the wing, he has a choice to either take McNeely away, our shooter, or help out on Javon. So he decides to stop the 3 and give up the 2. And Michael makes a great interior pass into Javon, and Javon makes a strong finish at the basket. So that's definitely what we like to see. And it's a no look. And he put a little flash. He put a little he put a little flash on that thing too. The little Michael Jackson. Yeah, for sure, for sure. So that was that was a great pass. And that's when I feel like Mike Hill is really at his greatest, when he's just attacking, bam, gets to and making those passes inside, making those right decisions, pitching off to our open guys, getting everybody involved. So, and that got Javon going real early too. This is our first play of the game. So this got Javon going real early, and he's already into the game, seeing the ball go through the basket. So great decision by Mike Hill. Great play to come out to start the game, for
That no
sure.
look too is what gets that guy in the wing to come up and get McNeely. Like he
Right,
wouldn't have Hadley there if he'd right there. He's looking at McNeely. Corner goes up towards McNeely, and that leaves Hadley wide open, and that gives him the
right.
wide open layup right there.
Yeah, great handoff. Bam, boom. And he throws, and that guy number 12, he's not even looking at the ball. He's just he throws it right across over his head. He doesn't see the ball coming, and he finishes strong. So this is a way to get the game started, get your guys going, and come out with a lot more energy. That's what we did. We came out with more energy. We came out more confident, and and that's what you got to do on these road games. You got to apply the first punch. You got to let them know, like, hey, we're here, and we're not we're already not in our environment. So we have to come out and really, be aggressive. So that's what we did.
Yeah, they got 16 of them things right in the face before they even responded. So it was
16. I was like, ooh, 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 ooh.
looked like a punching
BTA.
bag.
BTA. For sure. Okay, so that's a great screen right there by Javon right there. And I really love the way they're emphasizing these dribble handoffs. These dribble handoffs are really good because they get the defense moving, kind of you're looking for switches, you're trying to get the defense to rotate. Great hard screen by Javon. I mean, this is called laying the wood on somebody, and that's exactly what he did. Yo, shout out Javon. He had a really great game. He was aggressive, and that's the type of production we need from our veterans, basically, because he's such a vet. He's a 6-year senior. He's been with us for since last year, and he was one of our top 3 guys last year. So he came out with a lot of huge production, and that's exactly what you have to do. He comes off the screen, bam, lays the wood, he's out of there. And a great finish by Ryan Conwell. He comes off, makes a great move through the legs, finishes with his strong hand to his left, and that's just a great move, great play, and yeah, that's good. That's good. That's what we want to see. All right, we got a okay. So this is basically a broken up play. Sonny's being aggressive, handoff. He's sealing off. Bam. He's hitting, putting a body on somebody. Bam. Hustling. Look at him. Domination. This is pure domination right here. He out battled four guys for that ball, and that's just effort. Really, it's nothing you can draw up for that or teach that. That's just pure will and effort right there. And yeah, I really like it, Sonny, when he's attacking and getting to the basket. Yeah, tips the ball. He knocks somebody in the head right there, but he finishes strong. And yeah, a lot of hey man, he came out with a lot of energy, and yeah, and that's what we have to be a threat out there. I like Javon. He's not known to be a shooter, but I like him shooting that shot, keeping the defense honest, and open it up for everybody else. Because if they know that you're not going to shoot, they're not going to play you out there, and it just makes it easier for them to guard. But you have to take that shot, and yeah, so shout out him.
The
Sure.
past few games, I think the prior 2 games before that, Hadley has been 100% from 3. He hadn't been a volume shooter. I think he's taken like
Right.
2 a game, but he's made both of them. So every time he's taken a 3, he's going to be confident in it, and he's usually got an open look.
I suggest he starts getting more shots up, just because he's gonna be wide open. It's no reason why he can't take those shots. I mean, I know he's kind of used to being in the interior, and he's a really good interior player, especially when he's getting to the right jump hook or even that left hook. I like him when he's getting to those hooks, posting up, but he has to be able to take those shots because it keeps the defense honest, and it just opens up a lot more for our other shooters and other players and our bigs too. So yeah.
I mean, before last game, he went 1 for 5 from 3 against Indiana, and that's by
Mm-hmm.
far he hasn't taken that many attempts all season. But Arkansas 1 for 1, NJIT 2 for 2, Eastern Michigan 1 for 2, and then all the other games he's 1 for 2 or 1 for 3. So it's if he's taken a 3, he's going to be pretty confident that he's got an open look. I'm going to make this count.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he has to take it. And I'm sure PK's going back to, the back there, and they're talking about it like, hey, we need you to be more aggressive just as far as shooting those corner threes, picking your spot, and keep like I said, keeping the defense honest, keeping everybody engaged because you want to keep them on their heels, and it just opens up more options for Michael to operate, for Isaac to get his shot off, and for Conwell to knock down those threes and keep Sonny and gives a Sonny more space to roll and operate in that painted area, catch those lobs and catch it and finish high. So yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
We'll now get into our too bad and then too ugly.
Okay, here we go. All right, so We got a tip. So this, I think Michael was trying to just tip it to one of his players, and you know this happens, but you have to. So we got all guards in there trying to, you know, we got our bigs. I don't know, everybody's just leaking out a little bit. I don't know where Sonny is. Yeah, okay. Sonny was challenging the three. Okay, so Isaac's putting a body on a guy. Conwell got to put a body on somebody, man. Got to go hit somebody. He doesn't have anybody. Yeah, he's just standing around.
Great effort by McNeely. I mean, you got
That's
a big guy on him. He's not letting him
right.
get any room.
Great box out by McNeely. This is what you want from your guards. Michael he didn't really have a position to where he can grab the rebound, so he tries to tip it to one of his player, but unfortunately he tips it he tips it in the wrong direction, and they get an offensive rebound and they get a finish. You know, so it's something that happens during the course of the game. But like I said, you go back to the film and you'll see, okay, Conwell just put a body on somebody. Your guy's leaking out. He's not even in the frame anymore. So there's no reason to even worry about him. Just go hit somebody. And I believe, and yeah, oh Javon, and then Javon kind of gets beat. You know, he gets beat as far as on the I think number four
On
hit him
that
with some
bot, yeah,
type.
he tried to put a
Yeah,
body, it looks like.
he tried to, but he just got by him a little bit. So he comes in. Yeah, so hey, that's okay. You know, it happens, but like, yeah, put your butt on. He swim moves on him, gets him out of there. He gets the ball, dunks it back. So yeah, you know, just an effort play. And like I said, we'll work on that. That's bad, but it can be fixed for sure. It can be fixed.
A thing I've noticed with McNeely is anytime he is matched up with a bigger guy, you can tell how hard he's fighting for these rebounds. Because there's some like he gets so low, and you can tell low man wins. He is under their hip, just trying to
Yeah.
push them out as much as he can, and it's worked to his benefit in the
Mhm.
past couple games where he'll root that guy out and just have an easy easy rebound for him right there.
Yeah, you want to get low. You want to attack those knees. You're not going to win a offense a rebound battle with just your upper body. As you see is when if you go back, you see Javon. He tries to you go back a little bit. Yeah. So it's all he's basically trying to use all he's getting low into him, but he pulls a chair. He basically kind of pulls a chair swim move, and then he gets by him. So you want to make sure that you're low, you're stable, you're strong, and you're just back using all your lower body strength. Like I said, to root that guy out, get him out the paint, and you're not gonna win the height battle. You know these guys are big. You're not gonna win the height battle. You got to win the technique battle. You know the who can stay the lowest battle. So that's good stuff by them for sure.
All right, we'll get into our last bad right here.
Okay. Okay. So this is a this is a guy we spoke about last episode that we can't let get hot, can't let get a clean look at the basket. Uh, and he's he's well beyond the three. This is an NBA three for sure. Uh, that's a deep shot,
Yeah.
but you know you have to keep it honest. You know he can make these. Look how far Willie he's at the free throw line on the challenge, and that's just too far away. That's just basically a wide open shot. So you have to be out. You have to kind of be a little bit more attached and engaged with him, especially him being such a threat from the 3 point line. So yeah, this is it's something that can, like I said, can be worked on. We go back to the film session and we'll correct. But you got to know your personnel, know where those shooters are at all times. You don't want to get too much caught up in ball watching. You want to know where the ball is, but you still want to use your peripheral vision and see where those shooters are, and use your athleticism and foot speed to recover, get to a strong closeout, and make sure you're challenging the shot, getting a hand in that shooter's face for sure.
All right, now onto the too ugly.
Okay. Okay. All right, big fella. So I think Sonny thought he was back in Germany overseas with this Euro step. I mean, And it's just I think he forgot where he was at for a second, and you could tell that's just a natural. That's just what we call a reflex.
Yeah.
That was just a reflex. It wasn't anything that he thought about doing. It's just his body just did it without him even understanding what was going on.
He throws it.
So
He's like, "What? What I do?"
yeah, yeah, yeah. And honestly, the ref, if the ref wasn't look, he probably would have got away with. He did it
I
right in
think
front of the
so.
referee. But hey, good. But hey, still, yeah, good tip. Hey, but honestly, good tip by Conwell. Good tip and hustle by Conwell too, because yeah, yeah, hustle, bam,
And
tip in.
Kobe. I mean, Kobe
Kobe.
got that tip the first one, and then Conwell gets to that second one. So it's
I
all
mean,
around effort right there.
this is great effort right here. But we're look
Can
at this.
I
Everybody
diving for it?
dive in. Everybody sprinting the floor. We're running the lanes. This is just a natural body movement. He the guy goes for the steal. He reaches, bam. Just take one dribble, set your feet, make the easy pass. Sonny's not used to bringing the ball full court like that, but I believe he can actually.
He
He
ended up
doesn't
doing it
mind.
one more time that game too. He brought it up
Yeah,
one more time.
yeah. So he can handle the ball. He can bring the ball up, and I think PK even emphasized that. Get the ball. Whoever has the ball, push it up the floor and go. We're not
Mhm.
waiting on our guards. We're not trying to just stop the ball and pass it to Mike Hill. Get the ball. Hey, our bigs are great enough to bring the ball up at least a few dribbles up the floor and find that open guy. We got to get our fast break started. We got to get our fast break going. We don't have any time to waste. Let's play. We're not setting up. We're at our best when we're running up the floor, moving that ball. So if you get that ball, have confidence. You could take a couple of dribbles, few dribbles, and you might even take more until they stop the ball. Hey, just keep dribbling until they stop the ball. But you just can't. Don't lose the ball, big fella. Don't lose it. But keep
That's the good
going,
thing
man.
about Caden too, is he was a guard all the way up until like his freshman year of college. He took a
Right.
giant growth spurt, kind of like Earl did when he was in high school. He went from being like 6'1" to all of a sudden he's almost 6'11", and he still had all these guard abilities. And you can see once he gets that rebound, he's going straight down that court, pushing the ball. So hopefully
Yeah.
we're a little over a year removed from his knee, and you can see every single game he's kind of getting his. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. So hopefully,
Right.
when we get into conference play, we've got that full roster where he can really push that pace for us.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, PK is just letting them know, hey, everybody can push the ball up. If you get the ball, just go. Find our shooters, find that open guy. You know, hey, these guys are hey, everybody out here can play. Kanai can handle the ball. Sonny, you can handle the ball. Ali, you got a couple dribbles. You're a great passer. So we have confidence, push the ball up the floor. We're not waiting on our guards. Let those guards, our shooters, fill the lane. And if we have Mike Hill, we have our guard out there. Just kick it to him when you see him. But great, great, great way to push the pace, though, for sure.
Good in our final ugly. Yeah, Fruit had a great game, but I mean, two blunders. It's okay. Out of
Yeah.
a great game, two bad ones. It's okay.
So this is just a this is not a good decision to make. It was a good handoff, but he gets the ball back. I think Conwell gets tripped up, and he's trying to make the pass in there with it's I believe three red jerseys right there. You see three red jerseys. That's not the pass we're looking for. I think he was just in a hurry to get the ball out. But he had Mike Hill circling up. He could have just did another handoff. Mike Hill would have had a wide open three, a wide open three. But I didn't think he expect. Even if he doesn't get tripped up, I don't believe he's open. Honestly, yeah. Even if he doesn't get tripped up, they're
Yeah, he kind of
collapsing.
short arms that too. It's like he knew it was too late in his mind. He's like, right there. He's kind of short. He's like, oh, it's too late, and he throws this. It's like, uh
Yeah, at the last minute, he's like, that wasn't
oh.
the. So, you two hands on the ball. Make sure this is where Ali. I think he's been watching Ali a lot, so this is where Ali excels right here because keep two hands on the ball. See what read the defense. You see all those red jerseys. Bam,
Yeah, that's the Ollie
get it.
special right there.
That's a Ali special. But and he'll go back to the film. And then another uh point I was making, he got called for a offensive foul for setting these type of screens. And I think just him kind of sticking that butt out, poking that butt out on those screens, he has to really be careful with that because it's not natural movement. He's setting hard screens, which is good, but he has to really focus on not poking that butt out on those screens because he's gonna get himself in foul trouble a lot with that. But all around great game for Sonny, man. Way to be aggressive. Way to get yourself involved. And like I said, these are ugly, but they're not that bad. Those are just certain things that happen during the course of the game. So fortunately, it didn't affect the outcome, but it's still something that we can learn from and be a teaching moment. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the box score, Sonny had probably as good as a game as, I mean, 3 for 3, hit a three, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. But, just kind of keep it light. Make sure he stays humble a little bit. Make sure he's on that ugly.
Yeah, you gotta keep them humble, man. You gotta keep them humble because last time I believe we didn't do it ugly. So look, hey, we gotta learn from wins and losses. We gotta learn from everything. And I could tell they're going back, checking the film out, seeing where they made their mistakes at, and I see the improvement. So hey, great game from everybody all across the board. And let's keep it up. Let's keep going
It's
for sure.
hilarious to see those after game parties in the locker room too of everybody dancing. I noticed there was one person sitting down in the back. I zoomed in. It was number 13. He's probably like, "What is going on right now? We never did
Yeah.
this in Germany."
Right. He like, what are they doing, man? Hey, that's what we do out here. We're excited, high energy. Um, honest, we did. That's what we did too. We dance. It's an excited time. You got to enjoy the moment. Those are the type of things that bring us together as a team. How I always say the team camaraderie and togetherness really has a lot to do with how it translates on the court too. You gotta like though. You gotta like your guys, respect your guys, and understand that we're all in this together. It's not the media, it's not the fans, it's even the coaches. They're doing their thing, but it's y'all that's out there that's competing, laying it all on the line. You're the one that's hitting the boxing out, rebounding, making those. You have to stay together, and you all have to want to see each other succeed. You know, Sacrifice for the team. It's all about the team right here, and that's when the team wins, we all win. So for sure, that's
And I
good.
can only imagine. Think of Coach Patino coming in the locker room doing a little dance or something like how they got PK comes in. He's in there hitting all his moves. Everybody's going
I
crazy.
I
Imagine
love
Patino
that.
doing
I
that.
I love PK for that so much. Like you don't understand how much that's what I never seen Coach P do I think I might have seen him do a little twist or a little shuffle or something. But he's always focused. He's like on to the next. He doesn't get too caught up in the moment. We win a game.
He's probably trying to
He's
humble you after, trying to
he's
say, "Oh, you
super
think you're great. You think you're great. We got to come out
man.
better."
He's trying to humble you. He might still cuss you out, even though you just won by 40. He like, why you didn't grab that rebound or something like just something you could have had. But he's saying it in a way like, okay, instead of 9 rebounds, you could have had 12 or 13 rebounds. So it's for your betterment, but he just wants to see you be better and better and better. Oh, you had 13 rebounds? Why you didn't have 18? You
Yeah.
had 18? Why you didn't have 25 rebounds? It's like it just keeps going up. So he wants you to get better and better. So it's different methods, but I love PK for that. That's definitely great for the team camaraderie. Like I said, yeah, PK is definitely a player's coach, and I'm loving every moment. every one of those moments we're capturing are classic, and he's getting better with his moves too. He's starting, he doing his little jig. So I
Dude,
like
there's
that, man.
one where one of the coaches will come and grab him like by the back of the shirt, and he's sitting there. Dude, I lose it every time.
Yeah, man, for sure, PK, man. I see you working on your stuff. Come, hey, man, come see me, man. I'll help you with your moves, man. But hey, we're all good, man. Keep it going. We love to see it, man. It's great stuff.
Just wanted to take a second and give a big shout out to Best Way, home of the low price guarantee or it's free, where you can get all your home furnishing needs on a deal. They have everything from smart refrigerators, washer dryer sets, 86-inch TVs, PS5s, Xboxes, all the way to reclining living room suites and bedroom suites. Bestway offers so many ways to pay, from retail to rent to own and even financing through Lendmark. With 2 locations in Indiana, 1 in New Albany and 1 in Jeffersonville, and 5 locations in Kentucky: Radcliffe, Dixie Highway, Hikes Lane, Shelbyville, and Shepherdsville. Stop by today and tell them that we sent you to get $100 off your new item. Now let's get back to the show. We'll go ahead and preview our next matchup. We've got another week break until we play Memphis again next Saturday at 3:30 on ESPN at the KFC Yum Center. Penny Hardaway played against Louisville a lot of times throughout his career when he was at Memphis State back then, so he really knows what the importance of this rivalry is. It's great to renew this rivalry. What are your 3 keys for this game, TJ?
All right, TJ's 3 keys. We definitely want to feed off the crowd early. I mean, this is an old school rivalry game against a very tough physical team. So we have to come out with the same energy that we did for this last IU game and show how we learned from that Arkansas game. This is gonna be a huge game for our bigs. We're gonna definitely have to come out with a lot of energy, just like how we did this last game. Key number 2, contain their bench. Similar to Arkansas, Memphis's bench is at a strong point. They outscored Baylor 37-16. Aaron Bradshaw had 17 points, 7 rebounds. Huge game for him. So we have to make sure we contain their bench. And hopefully we can get that same production that we got from our bench players and really, really attack theirs. So I feel like we're a lot deeper and we can really excel in that aspect. Key number 3, physicality from our bigs. Sonny, come on, we gotta bring it, baby. Come on. Hey, Memphis is a big team. I mean, there's starting center Mac, what is that?
Mayock.
Mayock,
Mayock.
7'1", big fella. Aaron Bradshaw, 7'1". They're a very good defensive team and make it hard to get easy shots. So I think Sonny's gonna have to use his foot speed. He's definitely gonna have to use. He's might have to step out, keep him honest, and hey, shoot that 3, big fella. Let that thing go, man. So we're definitely gonna have to stretch those bigs out, attack, and use our speed because they're really big. But I feel like our guys are gonna be ready. They're gonna come out with a lot of energy, and we're gonna be ready to go. So those are TJ's 3 keys.
Their record is very. I know they're 4-4 right now, but they just came off a win against Baylor, who we play later this year. They beat Baylor 78-71. They lost to Purdue, who is the number 1 team in the country, and so they lost to Iowa State yesterday. They lost to Purdue by 9. They lost to Wake Forest by 1 and Ole Miss by 6. So they've had a lot of these close games against Power
Yeah,
5 schools, and they've just
close.
not really been on the positive side of that game. And Zach Davis last game against Baylor had 23 points and 13 rebounds. He's kind of like a guard forward. So they've got a lot of people from different areas, like Doug McDaniels, another guard. He had 11 points and 7 rebounds against Baylor. He's played at Michigan and Kansas State, always been one of the best players on both of those teams when he's been there. So
Right,
this is a deep team that their record doesn't really say how talented they are. So this
right.
could very well be a team if they get playing how their talent level is, they should be in March.
Right, right. Yeah. I mean, they're definitely not. I mean, Memphis this is a historic team, Derrick Rose, Penny, we got all these guys that play for I got a hometown friend, his name Rob Sally, man. He was a great player for them, I'm saying Memphis is a historic team. I've always seen them since a young kid, so They have a lot of tradition, but they're gonna come out ready to play. They lost all these close games. They're going back to the film. They're understanding what they did to lose these games, and they're gonna come out a total different team. And it's gonna be a tough game. But I feel like if we stick to where we're good at and do what we do best, high energy, filling those lanes, getting our shooters open, and our bigs really play physical but smart. Our bigs have to be smart. I think we come out on top for sure.
JB Creative, your trusted website designer and content creator, making your brand stand out from the rest. From web design and SEO to brand development for your business, JBC's got you covered. Let's go create.
For this week in Cardinal history, Terrence, this was a game my freshman year of college. I just had the memories pop up on my phone the other day. Crazy atmosphere in front of a whiteout crowd, sold out. The last time we were ranked number one in the country back in 2019, December 3rd, we had a rematch of the national championship game against Michigan. Ended up winning 58-43. This was the time, Terrence. This was right after the Patino era. Right when I got into college, it's like, oh no, of course I get into college and basketball that's been good my entire life. I'm going to be going to
Yeah,
these games and have nothing to watch. We come out, Chris Mack comes on fire, brings in McDonald's All-American Samuel Williamson, keeps Jordan Wara.
mm,
Darius Perry comes in, a lot of really top players that you'd think when we're facing all these sanctions against the NCAA is like, what's
right.
next? We brought in all this top talent to help get us to number one in the country. And then that's the year that COVID hit. I was I was feeling good about that tournament. I know a lot of Louisville fans were too. There's some like Twitter poll or simulation of who would win the NCAA championship. I'll never forget they had Louisville winning it, and I held on to that thing forever, saying, "Hey, if we had March Madness
Yeah,
this year, you know what the stats are saying? You know what AI is saying? Louisville's the national champion, so we can add a
for
number
sure.
4 to that national championship line." But
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
where were you at back in 2019?
I was overseas. I was I believe Japan somewhere. Uh, Shoot, we were winning. Our team was doing good, but I was definitely in tune with what was going on here in the Ville. Definitely keeping an eye out of what's going on. And like I said, it's a lot of history right here. Like I said, we're facing all those sanctions and a lot of things were going on at the time. But that just shows our perseverance. We're not going to let anything deter us, and we're going to make sure that we come out ready to go every time. So, hey, I wasn't here, but I was here in spirit, man. So shout out there, man, for
58 to
sure.
43. What an end score. That's a halftime score now, pretty much, of one of our games.
Yeah, yeah, that was a low scoring game,
I think
man.
Michigan shot like 22%, 26%, something so very low.
I mean, either it was just a good defensive game or we were off. Somebody was off offensively, but we still were able to pull it out. Hey, a win's a win. I don't care. Hey, it's 10-6, anything. Hey, 22-5. Hey, a win's a win. We gonna take it. Sometimes those games get like that. Shots not falling. You got to get it out the mud, and we clearly showed that we're the better team, and we came out on top. So we did our thing for sure. And I like that.
All right, Terrence, that's everything that we've got planned for today. Shout out to Unrivaled, sporting the shirt on right now.
Yeah,
Scan
yeah.
that QR code at the top right of your screen. Get that free $26 wash if you haven't already. Shout out to Mix Nation, Best Way, Derek A. Stewart Realtor, Cardinal Sports Zone, and JB Creative. Make sure to head into Best Way and get $100 off your new item. All their locations run in the ad that we run in the middle of the show. But Terrence, you got anything before we leave?
Yeah, man. Thank you to all the supporters out there. Getting a lot of great feedback. Just make sure you keep running those comments up. We're watching those comments. We're seeing what you're saying out there. Make sure you
Michael
follow.
Brown's dunk was better than Kyle Currick's. I get
Yes,
it.
for sure, man. We got it. We understand. Make sure you follow Spill in the Ville on all social media platforms. Make sure you run up those likes, subscribe, and keep supporting the show because we're trying to keep moving and we're keep improving every time. So thank you.